Okay, the second topic that we try to share for today about location planning and analysis. Location planning and analysis. Okay, for people or for anyone or uh, who involved in estate planning, this is one of very crucial part. And the things are very strong determinant for them to buy a property, right? Move to the next. Okay, you can read better about this. Okay, like location decision arise for a variety of reasons. In this case, we try to focus on of our topics, which is operation management. You can see from the list, addition of new facilities, depletion of basic input requiring locations, shift in market, cost of doing business at a particular location. All of this really some determinants that contribute to decision, location decision. And it is strategically important. Of course, it is strategically important because it can make our organization in a competitive position, where we can see our revenue can be increased, because of our competitive price and all other things here. So they are based on profit potential, of course, and customer service, and finding number of acceptable location from which to choose. Position in the supply chain, web-based retail organization are effectively located location independent. So location criteria can depend on where a business is in the supply chain. And supply chain management must address supply chain configuration. Supply chain management must address supply chain configuration in terms of number and location of suppliers, production facilities, warehouse, and distribution centers. Okay, the importance of such vision is underscored by their reflection of the basics and the for assessing customer market. Okay. This is 4 options. Normally, company available option in location plannings. Maybe some of the company try to expand the existing facility at new location, and maybe try to move from one to another one place and do nothing. So we have option in location, and the last one is not do nothing. That means you just stay in where you are now. Okay, and when we go more further and go for the global, okay, we can see two key factors have contributed to the attractiveness of globalization. When we are considering to open a new or maybe to explore a new place, some of these can become a very strong determinants, very strong factor, okay, to choose where the location that's much better for us to operate a new branch, or maybe close the old one and open a new one location. Okay, and technology as well. Technology play a very crucial part. For example, in here you can see why people prefer not people but a lot of giant tech company around the world, like Google, will open present their region office in Singapore, for example, because the technology support there is maybe much better compared the other countries. Okay, global, there are some of benefit that we have to consider when we are thinking to open a global location, right? And when we learn about international marketing or international business, we will discuss more further about this global location, disadvantage and advantage, and how that we maybe can tackle the problem like transportation costs. Maybe we don't have to open a new location, but we do other method of international business. Okay, all of these things must be really important for us to take note, to remember, especially for a company that can have to invest a lot of money. They must think about the security cost, risk in terms of that intellectual property right, political instability and unrest. All of these things can contribute to our decision. It's a global location. So managerial implication for global operation can see from here. First one, of course, language and cultural differences. Language and cultural differences. Okay. Increased travel costs and challenges associated with managing far-flung operation, level of technology and resistance to technological change. Domestic personnel may resist allocating even temporarily, right? Yeah, please remember this is just only general procedure. Location desire, general procedure. Maybe you can use some of them as a guideline for us to consider while making a right location. And so while we discuss about global location, of course, that means we try to identify a country that we need to open a new location. So this all is some of importance, not importance point that we must consider that affect factor relating to foreign location, the government, cultural differences. Okay, last but not least, of course, the safety of that country. First of all, you can see from here, we have to identify a region, because a lot of agreement based on region, NAFTA, APEC, not really region agreements, but most of them in the same region. Okay, ASEAN, you see, all of based on region, right? EU, so based on region. Okay, so primary regional factors, location of raw materials there, location of the market. Okay, labor factors, so play a very important role to make a decision. Identifying a community, Okay, mission identifying a site, primarily site location consideration, land, transportation, zoning. Okay. Next one is that's a few of technique or strategy that we can use in location, multiple plant manufacturing strategies. Okay. Product plant strategies, entire product or product line are produced in separate plant, and each plant usually supply the entire domestic market. Right, market area plant strategy. Plant are designed to serve a particular geographic segment of the market. So this based on this our organization strategy. Okay, process plant strategy, general purpose plant strategy. It's very common for everyone now. But this technology, the geographic information system, this one also can be used to help us to make a right decision. Okay, there are no point for us to uh, to choose a location that's quite difficult for us to get proper access in the technology or proper access to customer, right? It can aid decision maker by using the GIS. Can aid for targeting market segments, identifying location relative to their market potential, planning distribution network. So it's very helpful now. Quite easy for us to uh, get information using this technology and can help to make a decision in terms of how that we can target the market. Okay, and for service and retail location, that's very common. A few of this point we must consider. For example, customer access are quite easy for access, tend to be profit or revenue driven, and so are concerned with demographics, competition, traffic volume, pattern, and convenience. Right. So this for service and retail location. Right? Evaluates location alternative, but this a few very common technique. Okay, common techniques like location cost profit volume analysis, location cost profit volume analysis, and then this assumption location cost volume profit cost profit volume analysis. Okay, uh, few assumption, and then for cost analysis compute the total cost for each alternative location. So this is the first technique maybe you can use to evaluate location alternative. It means if we have maybe two or three alternative, we can use this to compare within two or three alternative. Okay, for example, like this the calculation for A, B, C, D location. So cost profit value analysis can be seen here. Okay. Right. I don't need to explain about this. Very simple and straightforward calculation. The cost, profit, volume analysis. And then the second one, the factor rating. Factor rating is a general approach to evaluate location that includes quantitative and qualitative inputs. So some procedure for us to follow here. Okay, can use example factor rating here. A photo processing company intend to open a new branch store. Okay, the following table contains information on two potential location, which is a better, right? Two few variable that can influence the decision making for location. Okay, and they put a few factor rating. And the center of gravity method also can be used to make a right decision in terms of location. Okay, center of gravity method. Okay, this is a figure show us about the application of center of gravity method. So in quantity to be shipped to every location or pole, you can obtain the coordinate of the center of gravity by finding the average of x coordinate and the average of the y coordinate. Okay. So for this method, maybe it's very important, very good for those who uh, needs cost saving in terms of their movement. Suppose we are attempting to find the center of gravity for the problem depicted in figure 8.1c. So here the center of gravity is 4.5.4. Okay. So this is slightly west of D3 from figure 8.1. Okay. Right. So when the quantity to be shipped to every location are unequal, so you can obtain the coordinate of center of the gravity by finding the weighted average of the x coordinate and the average of the y coordinates. Okay. So you can use this also as a tool for us to make a right decision, to make where the location that we want to choose. Okay, so just only a few tools explained here. Maybe you can find some other place or other tool there in any other textbooks, but the most important for us to see here, that must be aligned with the strategy, with the strategy of organization. Okay, so for further and more explanation, you can refer to any textbook, and also you can refer to a video that I will share it later. So that's all for this chapter. Thank you.